Hey Russell fam, in today's video, we're going to do a lesson with us video, my second grade language arts curriculum. Be back in just a second. Hi, my name is Becky and welcome to our Russell's Loving Life YouTube channel. Here on this channel, we talk about homeschooling, homemaking, and everything in between. I am a homeschooling mom of 2 and I have been homeschooling since 2012. We also have a blog, which is russellslovinglife.com. Make sure to check that out. There, I give you tips and tricks and things that I have learned through my years of homeschooling. If you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing and clicking that little bell notification down at the bottom. That just lets you know every time we upload a new video. And if you are a returning Russell fam, we are so glad you are back. In today's video, you are going to get to see us do a lesson with my Soaring with Spelling, Growing with Grammar, and Winning with Writing for my second grade language arts curriculum. I taught this last year to both of my children and loved it. So I used it again this year. I have done flip through videos and I'll list those all up here in the iCard, but I wanted to show you an in-depth look of what each curriculum looks like when you're doing a lesson. So let's turn this camera around and get started. Right, today is a Monday, so we are doing lesson 5, day 1. This is the pretest. What we typically do is we go over the words. I let her read the words. If she mispronounces them, I help her. Then we read the definitions. And then on day 1, you take the pretest. So what you do is you turn it over. This is not graded by any means. And so what you do is you call out all of the words to them, and if they get them wrong, then you make them write them over here. And what I do is on a separate sheet of paper, if they miss them, I also do this with my 7th grader because he's using the same one. They have to write them 3 times each. And so you take your answer key and you use that to call out the words since they have the book. And the carryover words are right here. And this is any words that they missed the previous week. And she made 100 on last week's test, so there are no carryover words. But you can carry them over and use them for the next week to help them learn to spell the words correctly. So I'm going to give her this pretest and I'll be back in just a second. All right, she has taken the pretest. She got all of the words correct. So we are done with lesson 1 for the day. And so that's all you do for spelling. This will be tomorrow's lesson that she will do. So short and sweet, that's all for spelling. Now we're going to move on to writing. So writing, we are on lesson 4, day 1. I'm going to read this lesson to her, or she's going to read it, whichever. And then all we do is answer some questions that we are reading here. So, correcting wordy sentences. Okay, it talks about here, the last lesson we were talking about run-on sentences. So I'm going to read this out, and then I'll be back once we get into the actual lesson questions. All right, here's the example that they're giving us. Here's an example of a wordy sentence. Travis likes to go fishing. He likes to watch stars at night, but sometimes he likes to read a good book. Here it says, you can see how there are 3 separate thoughts in one sentence. 1, Travis likes to go fishing. 2, he likes to watch the stars at night. And 3, but sometimes he likes to read a good book. Here is how you correct this sentence. Travis likes to go fishing, period. He likes to watch stars at night, comma, but sometimes he likes to read a good book. Remember last time, or the last lesson, we were talking about adding and or but with a comma? Okay? All right. So you can see how wordy sentences was corrected by adding a period after the first complete thought and then adding a comma before the word but to separate the second and third thought. All right, so now that we've read that, we're going to come over here And it says below are several sentences. Write an X next to each sentence that is a wordy sentence. All right, there are 5 of them on here. So we're going to do these. All right. I do not like getting up, bless you, but I do like eating breakfast. I like getting ready for the day. Is that a wordy sentence? It is? Okay, so what are you going to put next to it? Put an X next to 1, okay? All right, because what we would say here to fix it is, I do not like getting up, comma, but I like to eat breakfast, period. I like getting ready for the day. That would be how you would fix that one, okay? The next one is, my family plays games together and I usually win. Is that a wordy sentence? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. I know, ma'am.
It's not a wordy sentence. The reason it's not is because it has the comma and right there. Remember? That's how we were fixing them. Because you could do it as 2 different sentences. My family plays games together. I usually win. But instead of having 2 different sentences, we just did it as comma and. All right? I tried to climb the monkey bars, but I fell today. I will try to swing high on the swings. Is that a wordy? Yeah. All right. I like to watch movies, but some movies are boring. I do not like those. Is that a wordy sentence?
No, ma'am.
All right, they're confusing you. That one is a wordy sentence. They have the comma but right here, but it needs to be a period so you don't have this one. I like to watch movies, comma, but some movies are boring. That should be a period. I do not like those. So it can be tricky. All right, this is your first day doing it. We're going to work on it all week. My room is dirty and I need to pick up my toys. Is that one wordy? That one is not wordy, correct. So you don't put an X there. All right. So that is our do a lesson with us for our winning with writing. We've already done our soaring with spelling. So now we're going to do our growing with grammar. Oops, just kicked the camera. And we are currently on our review here. So after this lesson today, she's going to have a test tomorrow because we're going to start another lesson. So here again, this is talking about sometimes the subject parts of 2 sentences can be joined into 1 sentence. Sometimes the predicate parts of 2 sentences can be joined into 1. Join the predicate or subject parts of these sentences and write a new sentence. Remember to use the word and. Okay, so I know a lot of people ask questions about if these overlap. And yes and no. This kind of focuses more on the actual sentence parts and things like that with the subject and predicates. And then over here with the writing, it's focusing more on run-on sentences and those type things, and doesn't focus as much on how to join them like this. So it does overlap a little bit, but not enough. It's short lessons and they go together perfectly in my opinion. I have used them. This is my 2nd year using it for second grade, and this is my 2nd year. Well, I taught it last year to my 6th grader and last year to my 1st grader, so I have taught those. So now we are going to work on these and we'll be back. All right, here's our first sentence. Manny ate pancakes, Manny drank juice. So how do we make that into 1 sentence using the word and?
Manny ate pancakes and drank juice.
Correct. Manny ate pancakes and drank juice. So that's the correct answer. So she's going to write this and we'll do the rest. Okay, she's finished this part, so we're going to turn over and do the back side of the page. And now it says draw a line from the subject part on the left to the predicate part on the right. And she's going to do that all the way down. All right, the flowers and trees, the pony, the clown. Juggled or laughed. What goes with juggled or laughed? The clown, so draw a line. There you go. All right. Swayed in the wind. Eats apples and runs fast. There you go. All right, so we're going to finish the rest of these. All right, so she has finished all of this. So that is all of our language arts that we are using. It's growing with grammar, winning with writing, and soaring with spelling. I hope this video was helpful in seeing what I'm using for my second grade language arts. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments. I will be more than happy to answer any question that I can. As always, remember to be kind, be careful, be considerate, and have a great day. Bye.